So I realized a lot of them, right, actually got quite a few common misconceptions, maybe I would say that. Yeah, so they always come to me and say like, oh, I want to do investments because, right, like social media tell me this, and I should start to invest. If not, like I will waste the money, then FOMO happens and things like that. So a lot of times when I ask them like, okay, so why do you need to do investment? Why do you want to do investment? Then they can't give me an answer. So I was wondering, right, like how do you actually like educate your clients, your students, like on investments?
What are some of the common mistakes I realize people have been making? Yeah.
Awesome. Now I can have some like skills to learn also.
Okay, number one, so I realized a lot of retail investors, they always ask the wrong question about investing. This is quite a common investment process. So what they do here is this, one day they just walk to the bank, then the bank officer will tell them, hi sir, ma'am, you actually have, wow, 50,000 in your bank account, generating almost no return, so quite wasted, you know. And why don't you just check out our latest fund promotion? You potentially can get 7% of capital gain per annum. Okay, then of course that person get a little bit excited, and this is the first question he asks: is this product good or not? Okay, I'm quite sure you probably have this people coming to you and say, hey, this fund good or not, that fund good or not. Okay, this is wrong. Okay, this way of asking about investing is wrong. I tell you why very soon. Because okay, like, as per this story goes, okay, you know, someone actually just convinced them this is good, then you sign. Okay, so why is this way of finding out about investing wrong, or why is this the wrong question to ask? Okay, because of these two reasons. Okay, number one here is this. Okay, maybe this product indeed can be good now, but is it the best among its peers? Okay, so let's say, for example, they actually introduce a China fund, okay, and assuming that most China fund actually give 20% gain, and this particular only gives 7%. So is this good or not? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, then the next issue here is this, what is this really what that person need now, which is actually quite related to your observation just now. So a lot of people just buy based on recommendation, but they didn't really think this is what they want. Like for example, I realized that in fact, at least a lot of people of my age, 40s, okay, when they actually want investment, their objective is mainly to generate passive income. Okay, but if let's say again, for example, this fund is about potential gain and no passive income, then they shouldn't be taken at all. Yeah, so is there something quite similar to what you've been facing?
Yeah, but at least for yours, right, it's very clear because like most of my clients are around my age group, like young adults. So they really, okay, some of them, I have to give credit, some of them they really know what they are doing, but this kind of people we don't need to worry for them because they know what they're doing. But it's the other group that is like, oh, because like scroll through social media, almost every post you will see, okay, not almost every post, but like those adverts you will see, right, like they'll like, oh, you need to invest, then like you can earn don't know how much in like don't know how long, that kind of thing. Then it becomes a very formal thing, and then they will start to ask you. So like then they don't have a clear direction of like why they need to do this. It's more of like, oh, cause everybody's doing it, so I must do. So the thing,
Okay.
yeah, correct. So the thing is like we have to guide them like in the sense of like, why do you need to start to make your money grow for you? Like it's not a wrong thing, but you have to find a why so that you actually like basically can choose the correct tools to help you to make your money grow.
I totally agree. I totally agree. And I think these are the group of people you are talking about. So as I mentioned, there's these three common mistakes. So I believe a lot of young people, of course, correct me if I'm wrong, actually make these mistakes. They are always so focused about the higher returns, and they didn't bother about the risk, right? Okay. I don't know why now recently more and more I actually see people, you know, in articles, you see people saying that, oh, man loses 50,000 investment scams. Okay, why? Because as per what you say, you know, in a lot of internet medias and so on and so forth, they are just attracted to, wow, can make 100% return, make so much money, but they didn't actually care about risk. So the most extreme case is they can actually fall into investment scam. So this is the worst that an investor can actually get into. And probably related to what you talk about guiding your clients to invest better, to have a clear objective. I also have another example here. So this is a real case. One of my friend's client was actually being brought this investment deal, okay, asking her to invest $1 million. And if the deal goes successful, okay, she will make another $1 million. And if the deal goes bad, okay, she will lose that $1 million. So she was actually quite tempted to invest because, wow, make another $1 million. She was actually quite tempted. Of course, she also worried that lose $1 million. So she actually, bring the deal to my friend and ask for his opinion. So should she invest or not? So instead of looking at the deal, so my friend actually asked her this question. If let's say, for example, you make another $1 million, does it change your life? So her answer was no. I was still, probably I'll be happy for 3 days. Come on, another $1 million. But I think after that, I'll still eat the same food. I'll still sleep in the same bed. I'll still drive the same car. Don't think that the other $1 million will change your life. Then my friend asked, okay, what if you lose that $1 million? Okay, will that change your life now? He said, of course. I'll probably kick myself for the next 3 months or at least. And yeah, I probably have to sell my car or downgrade my house if I lose that $1 million. So instead of looking at the investment deal, so my friend then tell her, then why invest? You make another $1 million, no use for it. You lose the $1 million, you suffer so much. So why take the risk? Okay, so I suppose a lot of your clients, or in fact, a lot of young people also fall in this issue, right?
Yeah, the answer quite obvious after you say it out like that.
Yeah. So I totally agree with you. Having the investment objective is actually very important. And I just want to stress, so in fact, I totally agree with you. A lot of people actually they just got it wrong. They should really ask themselves why they are investing, why they are investing, what is really their needs first, okay, their financial needs first, then think about, okay, whether they should put money in funds or stocks and so on and so forth. Okay, when I actually saw this article, as you see on the screen now, I was actually quite shocked. 1 in 2 Singapore residents say they cannot cope financially in event of illness or job loss.
That's it, whole.
Yeah, I mean, I know that, there are people who can't, but now we're talking about 50%.
Yes.
50%, so quite sad. So my point here is this, I realize that once a lot of people have some spare money, all they can think of is this, hey, how do I double the money? How do I triple the money? How do I make more money from this money? Then in the end, invest in a lot of higher risk investment first. But if you ask me, in fact, if let's say we are in this category, we should talk about accumulating an emergency fund first. So I will actually start with, like, for example, getting annuities or endowment, okay, to make sure I have like easily 6 months of emergency fund first before I talk about investing. So I think, yes, setting the right objective is definitely very important. Yeah, so these are the 3 mistakes. Do you see a lot of your clients making these mistakes as well?
Yep, a lot. But because like this part about like basic protection don't have. They just want to, okay, I'm young right now I want to invest. I got no dependents, no anything. I want to invest, but the basic protection not there. Then I'm like, okay, let's do step by step.
So personally, I always think, before we invest, in fact, before we do anything, we should begin with end in mind. Okay, asking ourselves, why are we investing in the first place? And I realized that there are actually 3 main reasons why we must invest. I think this is common among people: protection, wealth accumulation, and passive income. These three reasons. Okay, so in my case, so this is what happened here. I actually done like what are my needs. Okay, I actually list down what are my needs. Okay, for me and my wife to survive. Okay, currently we need about $3,000. Okay, and probably another $800 for survival. Okay, and basically, of course, eventually there's a function of inflation. Okay, there's a function of inflation. So for me to sort of like maintain my lifestyle when I retire, of course, I'm talking about retirement. Okay, currently about 4,000, but 20 years later, I will need about $7,000. Okay,
Yes.
and I believe my investment. Okay, I believe my investment, I can actually get a 6% return. So if you do the mathematics, so for me to retire, okay, my investment objective now is actually to have a 1.4 million that actually give me 6% returns plus a fully paid property. So this is how I set my investment objective. So of course now, number one, I have to make sure I'm sufficiently protected. So basically, I have like six times this amount, 6 times 4,000 of my money in under protection, emergency fund, which I actually use annuities, insurance product to actually help me put it. Okay, so that one is I will not use it for investment, will not use it for anything. So basically, it's my emergency fund. So for the rest of my money now, I am actually doing a combination of wealth accumulation and building passive income. So basically, I need 1.4 million. I'm still some distance away from there. So I have to invest in things like stocks, funds, property, okay, to actually achieve that 1.4 million. At the same time, I'm also slowly converting some of my money now into passive income, which predominantly I actually use things like annuities and REITs. REITs actually give very steady passive income. So I believe I don't think I need another 20 years. I believe maybe just give me another 10 years. I should actually get 1.4 million and easily 70% of them in things like REITs. Okay. And of course, with things like annuities, then that give me 7,000. Then I'll be financially free, okay, which means my passive income can cover my expenses. And this is how I set my investment objective.
My investment objective obviously is very different from you right now because you're age. So for me, I'm actually looking at like in future if I have children. So basically the money I want to prepare for their education, because education is not cheap in Singapore. Right now I'm at the building of the wealth accumulation stage. I think protection I'm done, at least for now. Yeah, until I go into my next stage of life. But I'm really just focusing a lot on wealth accumulation now. So I'm starting to like beef up my what's that called, emergency fund, because like being a self-employed after COVID, you realize that 6 months may be a bit risky. Yeah, so I'm actually building that a bit more. Maximum output is like 1 year, so I'm actually building that emergency fund first before I start to explore like other riskier options. So mainly is for family building. Mainly once that is done, then I'll be looking at like yours. If you like to know more about like how can you protect yourself, and also what are some other forms of investments, can also contact me through this QR code. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, so you can contact me through this QR code, or if the QR code is not working, you can just type this in tinyurl.com/askjasmine.